Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first ever episode of my new series, Big Sister Chats. Today's topic is going to be living intentionally, and before we start today's talk, I just wanted to tell you guys that I miss you so much. I have been off of YouTube for at least 2 months. Reason being is I moved from my, home with my family to my own place. I got married. I went on my honeymoon. So it's been a little bit of a busier time. I've been posting every single day, multiple times a day on TikTok. So follow me on there if you have not already. And also follow me on Instagram. That's where you will see my most, up to date, updates about my life if you're interested. And also it's easier to ask me questions on Instagram. I respond almost right away. But I just wanted to create this series to give an opportunity for us to talk about things that we often forget to talk about. I want to talk about life advice that I have learned, things that I wish I was told when I was younger. I want us to talk about different topics and we can have, intellectual conversation about them. I want us to reflect about life together, and I just want this to be a safe space for us to talk about things that you may not feel comfortable talking to other people about, and a place where we're reflecting on things that a lot of people are not reflecting about these days. I feel like in today's world, everything is either for show or for entertainment or just to stimulate our minds. But I want, my channel specifically, but more so this new series I'm doing, to be an opportunity for us to wind down and have a conversation. It's going to be a little bit more of a podcast style, but it's going to be me talking to you and hopefully you talking back in the comments. I'm just so excited for this new series because I feel like it's needed. It's really needed. And today's episode is to live intentionally. Like, how do we create a life that is intentional for all of us? It's so easy to be drifted on the day to day. It's easy to be not mindful. It's easy to wake up every day and have the day dictate how your life is going to look like. It's so much easier to wake up and go with the motions and have life tell you how you should live your life. You know what I mean? It's much harder, however, to wake up and be intentional with every move that you have. I think that we almost operate more like robots than humans in this day and age. And I say this because we're not in the present. We're not intentionally thinking about what we're doing. We just kind of do what everyone else is doing. We go to school because that's what we're told to do. We go to work because that's what we have to do. We don't really think much about the present, what life means to us. We don't think much about how we can improve our own lives. We don't think much about just living in the now, having a moment to yourself where the moment doesn't serve a purpose other than for you to just exist. But I have been noticing, especially from my life, I'm no perfect either. I struggle with this so much and I forget about being intentional. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be on my phone scrolling, thinking about things I want to do, comparing myself, how far I am from a certain goal that I have, how I'll never get there, how this other person got lucky and I'm not going to get the same luck. And I'm scrolling for hours until I wake up, okay? I get a few cups of coffee. I do enough to where it's okay, I did things that I needed to do. Sometimes it's not even wanted, things that I needed to do because of deadlines, because of bills, things that you have to do to survive. And then I go to work and then every single day is the same thing. I know that a lot of you are going to relate. We wake up and we just go through the motions. But I want today's episode to be a little bit of a reminder for us to just live in the moment and really realize that we only live life once. We're only around the people that we love once, that it doesn't have to be so go, 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 and we're anxious about things that are in the future, or we're depressed about how we are, we're depressed about thinking of the past. I want us to shift away from that as much as possible, and it's not going to be a 100% switch, okay? this is going to be a take it one day at a time situation, and an hour by hour, minute by minute situation, because it's very incredibly hard to be intentional and to be mindful. I want you to take a moment to remember the last time where you spent a whole hour with yourself, not busy with something, like not busy studying, not busy cleaning, and 1 hour where you're like not on your phone, you're not stressing, you're not overthinking, you're not spiraling. And it's just an hour of you like being present, being thankful. Maybe it's you being one with nature, you being just really present with someone, that to the point where you're not like thinking about anything else, where you're not playing on your phone, you're not thinking about what you should be posting, right? Because we go out to dinner, we're thinking immediately like we need to take pictures, we need to do this, we need to do that, almost to make it feel worthwhile while we're going there, you know? If we do our makeup, we dress nice, we want to document that, because otherwise was it even worth it to do all that stuff if you don't get the picture? So I want you to take a minute right now to think about the last time that happened where you were truly intentional and you were truly sitting with yourself in the now, not overthinking about the future, not being sad over the past, and not being busy with something. Take a minute to remember the last time that happened. I'll wait. I'm doing the same thing now. And honestly, I can't tell you the last time that I did that. I can't tell you the last time that I was like super intentional and just took an hour. I can't even tell you the last time I did that, to even take 15 minutes out of my day to do that. I stopped journaling for a minute just with the busyness of life, and that's okay, you know. If you haven't had that hour, if you've never done that hour, if you've never journaled, whatever, don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. That's maybe what brought you to this video. But I can't remember a time where I was just present with myself, thinking about life, like being grateful for the fact that I'm healthy, I'm alive, I have my 2 hands, my 2 feet, I can do whatever I want. Really be thankful for the people around me, like especially these days. I think for me, when I think about like the people around me, I get super emotional because I remember time is so limited. Like you can lose anyone in your life in any moment. I'm super thankful for them, and then I make time to call them and be with them, and you know, just really appreciate their presence. Maybe that can count as an example, but it's a little bit more so out of like fear of losing them, instead of just like being present and enjoying. All right, I made it back. My phone like ran out of storage, so I went and deleted a bunch of videos, and now I am back. But what I was saying is that honestly, I can't tell you guys a time where I was like fully present for a whole hour, let alone like 15 minutes. Truly present? No. And I want us to like just shift into living a life where we're present and we're intentional, okay? When we go into a store, I want us to be intentional. Like, why are we going to Target? We're here for this one thing, okay? I'm here to just get cereal. I don't want us to like wander around and just let what is around us dictate what we get in and what we bring back. I want what is inside of us, what we need, or what we even desire. I want us to go and find exactly what we want and tell the world what we want, instead of letting the world tell us what we want, okay? And what we need in our life. I think this is going to be a huge life changer and a huge step. You know, like it would be very hard if I were to just tell you, okay, I'm going to give you 1 hour, be intentional in this 1 hour. That would be the biggest BS advice, because you're not going to be able to do that. Your mind is going to wander. If your mind is used to being like on autopilot, you're not going to be intentional for a whole hour all of a sudden. Maybe start for 5 minutes. When you wake up in the morning, instead of just grabbing your phone, maybe take like 1 minute to just think, okay, I am awake, I am alive, I am thankful for having a roof over my head, I'm thankful that I am warm, I'm cozy, and that I have an opportunity to begin a brand new day, and I get to dictate how the day is. How do I want to start my day? Like maybe just even that 1 minute, I think will make a huge difference in our lives. And I think that we will feel the peace. At one point in my life, I was very intentional, and it was very peaceful to be in that flow. The thing is, though, is that life is so busy and we need reminders. So I hope that maybe this series can be a reminder for us. You know, like, this is our Zen time. This is when we get to reflect about life. This is where we get to kind of think more about what life means to us, what we want out of this life. Otherwise, if you're not reminded, you're gonna forget. If I'm not reminded, I'm gonna forget. So I think the biggest takeaways is that I want us to dictate how we live our lives. When we go somewhere, we are gonna dictate what we want and what we don't want. I want us to have a minute, maybe every morning. Let's start with the goal of every morning where it's just us, like you and I, okay? Like myself, me, myself, and I, like for 1 minute every morning, instead of reaching out and seeing what everyone's doing and just kind of like comparing, being anxious about the future. Instead of all that, like, let's just have 1 minute and start the day off on the right track. And another thing we can do is, if we're around our loved ones, to just be really present with them. Just be really present with them, really enjoy their company. Don't think about anything else when you're with them. Try to just enjoy the conversation. Don't look at your phone as much. Maybe have a dedicated like 2 minutes before you begin a meal if you want to take pictures, if you want to document anything, and then all of your time should be for them, to enjoy the current moment and really take it all in. I think that these are things that we all need in our lives, and that they're small, but they're going to make a huge difference. This is it for today's episode. I'm going to go and finish the rest of this coffee. I really look forward to the next ones. Make sure, again, to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I am a lot more active on TikTok, you guys. But if you want the day-to-day and if you want to be able to ask me questions, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube, okay? The videos are not going to pop up on the page all the time. I think you have to subscribe and do like the bell notifications. So subscribe. Next time I will be having my camera, but today I just wanted to put this video out there and give it a kickstart. So excited for this series, so excited for this channel. I love you guys. I'm channeling all the love to you, and I'm wishing you an amazing and blessed day ahead. I'm thankful for you, and you should be thankful for yourself. Let's just take a minute together to think of all the things that we're thankful for. I'm thankful for this moment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.